Hello everyone and welcome back to Creating with Miss Kaye. In today's video, I will be working on something very different. I've never tried anything like this, but my sister over at Crafty Nana 6200 asked me to join in. Yep, she's my real sister. So please go by and check out her channel. But the name of this challenge is October Foodie DIY Challenge. We were asked to style in our decor the food of the month chosen by the host, DIY with Nadia, and her co-host, Crafting Cousins, is pumpkin. All of these ladies love the color pink. And I feel like if you're invited somewhere as a guest, you should at least bring the host and the co-host something they really like. So in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, I decided to honor anyone who has had or who has breast cancer. This is my special tribute to you. I hope you'll enjoy. Several of these items I already had at the house. Basic Dollar Tree items. These two pumpkins, I'm only going to use one of them. Saucers, just something that I already had here. And this is a top to a ceramic pumpkin. This is one of the felt pumpkins from the Dollar Tree that I painted on the other side. And that's one of my big hat box tops. Clothes hangers from the Dollar Tree. So let's get started. This is a pumpkin that I attempted to paint, got tired, put it to the side. I am going to try to make a tea kettle. I'm carving out the top of the pumpkin with a pretty sharp knife. Kids, this is definitely not for you. I could have purchased one of the carvers, but I just kind of like to use what I have on hand. After I cut my hole in the top of my largest pumpkin, I had to make sure that the top for my tea kettle would fit. After going back, having to take a little bit more out, look, it fit perfect. I'm going to now move on to my smaller pumpkins, which will serve as the teacups. I'll have to do the same thing, but I'm going to be a lot more careful and cut the centers out so we can have the hole in the top of the cups. The smaller pumpkins were not as difficult as the larger ones. I mean, they just pop right out. They made a little mess, but now I'm going to move on to the teacup handles, and all I did was got the clothes hangers and cut the tops off. Yep, I'm using the knife again, but I did pre-cut a couple of them. So all I have to do is cut off enough for the large tea kettle. These handles fit into these pumpkins so easy. All I had to do was just poke a little hole and they went in perfect. Now I'm going to go ahead and start painting my pumpkin. I'm going to start with the gold since I already have a lot of gold on there. This was definitely trial and error for me. As you see, I started with my sponge brush. Didn't turn out too good at all. I lasted with that not long. I went back to my favorite paintbrush and things just went smoother for me. Certain things I can do with the sponge, but this smaller brush, it does so much better for me. I'm painting every other groove in the pumpkin gold. I'm gonna go back in with the pink. While the larger pumpkin dries, I'm gonna start on my small pink pumpkins. I'm gonna just do those in this pink. I'll do 2 coats just to make sure these are fully covered. Now, remember, I did say I'm not a painter, so bear with me. Now, this is the top of the tea kettle. I'm painting it pink, and we're going to do gold leaves on it. Somewhere in between, I painted the pink on the larger pumpkin as the tea kettle and placed it to the side so you can see it sitting there as well. Now I'm painting my gold leaf onto the top of the tea kettle. I love the way this pink and gold is coming together. Here are the cup handles, painting them the same metallic gold. I'm only using 2 paints, just the pinks and the golds. Did I mention that some of this was definitely trial and error? Some things I like to try out before I even record them, but I thought it would be a great idea to paint this felt pumpkin gold. Now, I painted the other side. It's like a cranberry color, but the only thing, I spray painted it. This paint is terrible on this felt. So I used just about the whole bottle, and I had to come up with something else. This was becoming a disaster. I had this great idea what I was going to do, and my pumpkin was really throwing me off. So I just went ahead and took a break from the pumpkin. The hat box top, I took it outside and I did what I knew to do. I spray painted it. I didn't want to take any more chances. I just went ahead and spray painted it. But I still wanted to use my pumpkin, and besides, it had all that paint on it. So I pressed it down. I was going to try to use it like a stamp, and that didn't work either. So I traced around the pumpkin, and I felt like I was actually winning a little bit. Now I'm going in with my gold paint again. As you see, I picked up my sponge brush. It just wasn't being my friend. Got Old Faithful, used it, and we just gonna paint that pumpkin on there. It looks just like I wanted it to. Just remember, it does have to dry, but it's going to look better. Here are my pink cups, gold inside. The handles are on. Yep, that's the spout. Here's a piece of gold glittered felt. I'm just going to put it on the bottom of the teapot. Things are finally coming together. I really like it. I love the pink and gold. And when I put the top onto the kettle, I really love it. Now, I don't normally do anything without a little glitter. So I have found these gold dots and I added them to my teacups. And here's what I did. We have a tray with teacups. Let's say pumpkin teacups. And we have a beautiful pink and gold tea kettle. Anyone wants to have a tea party? Just to embellish the tray a little bit more, I added the gold glittered dots. I styled this cute tea set on my coffee table since my living room already has silver and gold. This fits perfect. Thank you, ladies, for the invitation. It was so fun, a little challenging, but you know what? I can't wait to see what the food's going to be for November. I'll see y'all soon. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And be blessed and be safe.